Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roger's Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to give a special thanks to each and every one of you who shares our content and watches our content. If you always take your personal time to watch our content, you have a special place in us. We keep praying for you. And if you're watching this video, kindly make sure you click that subscribe button. Remember to turn on your notification bell. Today I received a call from Uganda, and a concerned fan was asking me how we can support you. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never asked for support here. But then if you feel that Kakasungura is doing a good job, if you feel that Kakasungura is educating you and the other nations, my M-Pesa number for those people in Kenya is down here, 0700 169 For those outside Kenya who use Wave, this number was blocked on Wave. You can WhatsApp me because that number is on WhatsApp so that I give you the correct number that is working. If you feel like at all you want to support Kakasungura, who am I to deny? I will be mixing Swahili and English as usual, ladies and gentlemen, for us to accommodate our brothers from Tanzania, as they have been requesting. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Kiraitu Murungi ditched Azimio and joined Kenya Kwanza. We know Kiraitu Murungi is a loser. He lost in the elections. And when he lost, he thought Raila Odinga stole his victory. Ladies and gentlemen, our deputy president, who is now the president-elect, actually is the president-elect. He has not been sworn in yet. We are waiting the court verdict on Monday so that we know the way forward as far as the Kenyan politics is concerned. But I want to say this in brief. William Ruto is up and down buying independent candidates and buying other elected leaders from the rival parties, specifically Azimio. Ruto is in the race to take over the National Assembly. He's on the race to take over the Senate. And very, very soon, he might take over the Council of Governors. A government that lacks opposition is a very dangerous government, especially in the National Assembly, because the leader will amend whatever he wants, because there is no one to oppose him. If William Ruto becomes, if at all, the God they pray gives him access to power, we will have a very dangerous government. You understand Paul Kagame of Rwanda, what he does to the critics. Rwandans, you're watching me and you can be a witness in the comment section. You remember Yoweri Kaguta Museveni of Uganda, what he does to critics. I closely followed the Ugandan elections. I think it was last year. Last year. I closely followed the Ugandan elections, and the way Museveni was treating Chagulanyi, it kept me with a lot of questions. Yesterday, while receiving Kiraitu Murungi to the Kenya Kwanza coalition, the president-elect made very serious remarks on the actions he is said to undertake in his dreaming government. He spoke very categorically from his own mouth that if Azimio is set to survive in Kenya going forward, it must, I want you to underline the term, it must restructure its strategy. So it means Ruto is trying to tell us that should his dream government come true, with the current strategy Azimio has been using, will not survive in this country. That is a very serious remark. From the facial expression when Ruto was speaking, it looked an angry, hungry man. I didn't know if you got this. He looked an angry, hungry man. He was speaking with a lot of authority and dictatorship. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to try to sink some understanding into your political understanding. I want to sink some knowledge. Because as I've been saying, this video will remain for reverence for generations to come. When Ruto, who is still the president-elect who has not been sworn in, says on camera that if the Azimio wants to survive in this country going forward, it must restructure its strategy. Why? Because he argues that Azimio was built on threats, Azimio was built on intimidation, and Azimio was built on dictatorship. That is what he says. So he's saying going forward, in short, Ruto's statement was implying, or let me give you a chewed version of Ruto's statement. He was simply saying, if by God's mercies he gets sworn in, the first thing he does is to castrate Azimio until he reforms it to what he wants. That is the simple understanding. Kwamba akichukua uongozi lazima akanyage Azimio kweli kweli, mpaka iondoe kiburi kulingana na yeye, mpaka iondoe madharau kulingana na yeye. Anyway, this is William Ruto's speech yesterday when he was welcoming Kiraitu Murungi.
You cannot build a party using threats, blackmail, and intimidation. You build a political party or formation by selling ideas, agenda, a program, and a plan where people can buy into freely and in a democratic manner. The challenge Azimio is going to face is because they have built their formation using threats, blackmail, and intimidation. The tools of threats, blackmail, and intimidation will not be available to them. The tools they have used to build their coalition will not be available to them, because we have made a commitment that going forward, the provincial administration will be a professional organization that will not serve any political party, but will serve the people of Kenya. The offices of the DCI and EACC will not be available for the use by any political party. They will serve to make sure the resources of the people of Kenya are used for the intended purposes in a transparent manner, and no Kenyan will be hounded by our criminal justice system because of what they believe in, the political party they belong to. We are going to professionalize those organizations so that they work for the people of Kenya and they do not work for any political party. And therefore, our good friends in Azimio must begin to figure out how else they intend to keep their coalition, because the way they have assembled it, using threats and blackmail and intimidation, I see a very turbulent future, because many people will begin to make individual, independent, democratic choices. And we do not want to lose the oversight role of our competitors. So we encourage them to begin to rethink on how they can hold their side together.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard very clear. And let me say this for the record. If there is a person who should lecture us last on the independence of the DCI, the independence of EACC, and the independence of the police, it is President-elect William Samoei Ruto. Why? The same Ruto in 2017 used the same police who he is saying are not independent to frustrate Raila Odinga. William Ruto used the same DCI to frustrate Raila Odinga, to frustrate Miguna who is in exile now as we speak. Does really Miguna recall what they did to him? Miguna nakanga nafikiria kweli ile vitu walifanyiwa na serikali ya Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta. Miguna claims that he is an international lawyer, yet he has never won even a single case. Hata kesi ya defilement hajawahi shinda. Hata kesi ya kuiba simu hajawahi shinda. You cannot transport a lizard from Canada, it becomes a crocodile in Kenya. Forget about it. It will still remain the lizard it was. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruto is claiming that he's in his dream government, the DCI must work independently. So, at the EACC will work independently. I'm asking him, with due respect, it's now that you've known that DCI can independently work. It's now that you have known that EACC can, yes, it can independently work, free from state influence. You influenced DCI in 2017 to frustrate Raila Odinga. You influenced Matiang'i in 2017 to frustrate Raila Odinga. You influenced the police to frustrate Raila Odinga. So it means when things are not right on your side, it becomes intimidation and threats. But when all is good on your side, inakuwa ni maombi, sio uchawi. You are lecturing us about the independence of the police. Really? You are lecturing us about the independence of the DCI. Really? So because today you do not have powers to command them as you did in 2017, you say they are not independent. Really? Really? Can you be true to yourself and to Kenyans for once? I'm positively criticizing William Ruto. I'm not abusing him. I respect him. But some things need to be told as they are. Let's call a spade a spade. You know, what goes around, finally it comes around. In 2017, the DCI was God. He was an angel, clean, because by then you could use them as you wish. But in 2022, when they are working for the other party, they are not independent. Sure. Honestly. Anyway, Kenyans of goodwill, I know that in one way or another, this video one day will haunt me back because of speaking the truth to Kenyans. I know. If it won't haunt me back, it will remain as a reference file for the coming generations. It will. I know that. It will. And it must. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the very best as we wait for the verdict from the 7 judges on Monday. May God bless you. Thank you so much.